Hi everybody, this is Rich Lennon, and I want to talk a little bit about the lanyards that we're going to use in mastering the art of real estate investing. One of the key components to the event will be to make sure that you walk away understanding that there are 5 components to a real estate deal and a self-directed real estate investment. All right, they are money or access to money, deals or access to deals, knowledge of the rules, knowledge of the techniques, or a network. You need all 5 things to do a deal, but you as an individual, you might not have all 5 things yourself, and you're going to need to find other people in the group who fill out the things that you don't have. So with the lanyards, we try to address this issue, and we've done a couple fun things with it as well. So when you come in, if you check in on Friday, you'll get your lanyard Friday, because certainly while you're networking, we want you to have access to the lanyard. And if you don't check in on Friday, you check in on Saturday, you'll get a lanyard. And your lanyard is going to look something like this. Oops. Your lanyard is going to look something like this. All right? It's going to list the 5 things that we're really working on. Money or access to money, deals or access to deals, knowledge of the rules, knowledge of the techniques, and your network. And I got a couple other things on there as well, like are you going to do a deal at the network? Have you posted on my Facebook group? And the other one is, have you taken a video for me while you're there? All right? And so when you check in, what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to self-identify what skill sets you have. So if you have money or access to money, we're going to give you a gold star, right? If you have deals or access to deals, we're going to give you a gold star. If you have knowledge of the rules, we're going to give you a gold star. If you have knowledge of the techniques, we're going to give you a gold star. And if you have a network that can execute these types of deals, we're going to give you a gold star. So when you come in, we're going to ask you to self-identify and go ahead and fill out which ones you are. Do you have money? Do you have deals? Do you have knowledge of the rules? Which ones do you have and which ones don't you have? And the idea is, hey, if you're new to the group and maybe you don't have the knowledge or you don't know the techniques yet, or maybe you don't have access to money, you can self-identify for what you do have access to and what you can offer, right? And so the idea will be that you could walk around the seminar and by just looking at someone's lanyard, you can figure out if between the two of you, you can do a deal. Right? So if you've got people that are discussing a deal, how do I do a deal? Maybe one person's got the deal, maybe one person has access to the money, and those 2 people now can run around and go look at the other people's lanyard, find out who has knowledge of the rules and the knowledge of the techniques so that you can create and do a real estate transaction. So when you come in on Friday or Saturday, you're going to have someone talking to you and they're going to ask you to self-identify through a star which one of these things that you have. I would highly encourage you not to over-exaggerate what you have. You don't want to say you have access to deals if you don't have access to deals, because you want someone in the seminar that sees that maybe you have money, you have knowledge of the techniques, you have knowledge of the rules, but they have a deal. You're going to want that person to say, hey, John Doe over there needs a deal. I have a deal, and John Doe has the things necessary for us to complete a deal. And this way, I'm going to try to drive some interaction between people and try to get people to do deals. Another thing that we're going to do during the event on this lanyard is there's a couple other things that we have going on here. One of them is you're going to get a Facebook sticker. If you go to if you join my Facebook group, which is Richmond Ring Mastermind, if you join that group and you post a picture in it throughout the seminar, you get a little Facebook sticker, all right? If you do a deal, come find me and we've confirmed you've done a deal. We'll put a little sticker on there with the cash that has you coming back from getting that deal. And the last one is I'm going to have some camera crews running around, and my ideal situation is I'm going to get a 1 minute to 1 minute and 30 seconds, a little short video about who you are, why you're at the event, but we're going to use that. We're going to use that in some of our marketing pieces in the future, but If you'll please participate in that. It's actually going to be a bunch of kids that are going to be walking around with a camera and asking you some questions. I'll talk about that a little bit more in the next video. But your ideal situation is you're going to fill up this card by the end of the event. And not only you're going to have a chance to fill it up yourself, but I do think it's important that in a brief look, you can find out a lot about a person from just looking at this lanyard. If you find someone who's not participating in the event, hey, they're not putting things on Facebook, they're not trying to do a deal, they're not saying that they have the knowledge of any of the things, I don't know. Maybe that's a person that would influence you on whether or not you want to do a business, right? So you're looking for like-minded people that go out and fill out this lanyard and see if you guys can make a deal. All right, so when you come in, you come in on Friday and you come in on Saturday, we'll have these lanyards set up for you. I highly encourage you to participate, and I'm hoping that this little piece of paper, instead of just being a name tag for you, is going to connect you with someone and do a deal. All right, I'll talk to you soon.